no experience, but they ask you for 5 years of experience. You're gonna get this job. How are you gonna flop this interview? How do you beat out your competition? Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I am Carew Culture. Welcome if you're new here. I am happy to have you. And today we're going to talk about the interview process and how you are going to secure that job. I would say already you have done the hardest work. You have connected with the recruitment team and HR just upon them not even meeting you yet. You have done your applications, all the necessary prerequisites. For interviews, I have 2 things that I crack down on. One being, girl, you need to know your and 2 being, you need to show them that you are someone they want to work with every day in and out. When I say do your research, I mean do your research. I really knuckle down on this because the more you know, the easier it is to talk about. The thing you want to happen is that you run out of things to say, or they ask you a question and you are so unsure you feel like you have to BS, because that's a whole other disaster. I build company profiles on each company that I want to apply to, tailor it to the role that I am applying for. What has happened in tech? How is that going to impact everything technology wise? You need to find a way to tell them, I'm invaluable, I am here to do the job and think outside the box. Most people that work in tech, they've got knowledge, like knowledge is not an area they're lacking in. Coming into tech, you're essentially fresh meat. They're bringing you in because you have a perspective that possibly no one on the team already does. So for example, in the first round of my interview, which was a phone interview, I asked, what are the problems you're facing right now in the industry? I got that information, I sat down, I took my time, done my research, and in my second round that I did make it to, I presented a solution. It's really funny now because the solution I presented was crap. It was showing that I had the ability to think on my own and not even having that job yet. I genuinely believe that's why I was able to beat out over 100 applicants for this one job position. So I'm here, I'm ready, I am eager and interested. So I did download apps, for example an app called Feedly to get my tech fix, and then I would go on the internet and search and make sure I understood what information I was taking in, because you can't BS these people, okay? I promise you, you can try and it may work, but more times than none it's tech. They're smart, they know, they've got their wits about them. I was good enough to get past the application process when they didn't even know who I am. Now I have my interview. More time to show them that you have something too good to refuse. You're the creme of the crop. Until I got the job, I didn't know that over 100 people applied for that role, that one single position, and I beat them all. No experience. And I've seen some of the applications, like people had experience on me. One thing I'd like to know when it comes to interviews, that is honestly your genuine time to flex. You want to show them that you are the diamond that was washed away at sea and they found you, and they have to pick you up, grab you and take you to their office. The interview part is probably the easiest part, as long as you know your stuff and you've got a bit about ya. You have to have a bit about ya. For me, I'm really high energy, I love to smile, I always smile. You may not be that person, and that's okay, but just making sure you're giving them something. I want to come into the office on Monday and talk to Carew Culture, see how her weekend has gone. I want to be able to be open with her and tell her my problems if I'm having something going on. That is where you secure the job. Even if you do mess up the research part, making sure that they see a friend in you from the jump will help you to secure this in the bag. You have recruitment putty in your hand, and I say that showing them that, yeah, I am a great person, I'm amazing, it will get you to where you want to be. Best interviews I've had, we had banter. Okay, I'm gonna let you in on a secret. I'm really good at making people talk about themselves. Anything other than the interview, I will try to get you to talk about. That's less pressure on me. And asking questions, don't save your questions to the end. Do not save your questions to the end. Asking questions throughout the interview, making it more of a conversational style. Just having a question to come back to from their answers shows, okay, she's asked this question, so she's interested. I've answered, but she's also got another question. So that shows that you've listened, you've taken in that information, something of value that you can say or put your input. And that's where the real value is created, within those moments that you have with your interviewer. Guys, you better be listening, because this is what has been able to make me so successful when it comes to securing jobs. I've heard time and time again, my interviewer, they were so bland, they did not give me the same energy. And I feel like in those circumstances, you still need to keep your energy here. You don't know what that person's thinking. They could have had an off day, and talking to you could make them feel so much better. That's why I say it's more of a conversational style, rather than they're going to ask you questions, so you have to answer those questions, because that's when they say, okay, this is an actual human, not just someone that knows their stuff and has done their research. Can bring in a sort of finesse that is undeniable. Remember, putty in your hand. You want them to be putty in your hand. Whether it's on the phone or in person, I have tips, secrets that I'm going to share with you now. Sound ecstatic. Hi, how are you? How's your day been? Oh, so what did you get up to? How's work been today? Has anything been going on? Just talk to them like that's your mate, and just enjoy that conversation, because after that it's going to feed into ha ha ha. Okay, well, let's get into the interview now. Are more comfortable with you too, to be able to lead into further conversation. A few tips that I've picked up along the way. If they've asked you a question, for example, oh, so what is your greatest strength? Oh, what's my greatest strength? I would like to say I have many strengths, but one I would like to pinpoint is boom 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 boom. All these shows you're funny, you're very confident in yourself, and you know how to nail that answer. And during that time you're saying that sentence, your brain is almost working in the background. My greatest strength is this: star method. You star method everything.
The situation, task, action, result format is a technique used by interviewers to gather all the relevant information about a specific capability that the job requires.
Star, 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 star. Practice, practice, practice. It's almost like a dress rehearsal before you take center stage. It was crap before my interview. I'm not going to sit here and tell you I had it all together, because I did not. When I practiced, people would tell me you sound like a robot. Because with my mentor, I recorded myself speaking and then waited a bit and played it back to myself and listened. That's how I got better so quickly. I was just practicing. Even if you do stumble, you practice how to pick yourself up and work around the mistake that you've made. Because the worst thing I found for myself is that I was forcing myself to get the answer perfect straight away. Real progress was made when I was able to mess up what I had planned I wanted to say, but I was able to pick it up again. And that's what you want. You don't want to be able to just spew a whole load of stuff and be perfect, because they're gonna probably throw curveballs at you. But it's how you navigate that space and how you're able to say, yeah, I don't know what I'm gonna really say right now, but I know I can say something and it's going to sound freaking amazing. Being someone with no experience, you want to make your personality shine through, because all the candidates are going to have the knowledge, they're going to know about the company, they're going to know what's going on in tech, but what makes you stand out is your personality. One of my things that I do, and I have told everyone to do, is stalk the company, like the employees of the company. It sounds really bad, I know. I don't literally mean go and physically like hunt them down in public or find out their address, but like their socials. What are they into? What are they talking about? If you're someone that's a bit shy or a bit timid and you're not really as outgoing, I would stalk their profile and find something to talk about, so I have that in my head before I go into the interview. So if you find them on social media platform, LinkedIn, Facebook, whatever, if you can actually find out who you're going to be interviewed by, already having that knowledge to back you upon entry of that interview, you're gonna be soaring, flying, amazing. Are you into any sports? They're gonna say golf, because you've seen that they do golf, right? So at that point you say, oh yeah, I've always been interested in golf. You could have not ever been interested in golf. I'm not gonna lie, it's about securing the job, okay? Instant connection. And that's a wrap. I hope you've enjoyed this 2-part series, and if you haven't already, go and watch part 1. The video is very informative. It provides you with all the knowledge that you need for the application process, so your CV and your cover letter, and how to make sure that you stand out even before you've met anyone. Have a lovely weekend. I will catch you in the next one. Bye.